Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. It is a crazy, windy, rainy day today. I was out for coffee with a friend and everything went crazy in the yard while I was out. We've got our kitty sandpit cover here and the leaf litter pile cover here, so I'll pick those up. I already picked up a bunch of stuff, but I thought I'd show you what I picked up in this store, a couple of things I was on the hunt for, and what I'll be doing later on this afternoon when it's nice and warm inside. Here are my two cute little things, not the manure. I was hoping to find sheep manure, but I got cow again because I could not find sheep. I'll have to Google it. I just think, oh, I need some and just go get some. Sheep is better, I think, for nutrients. Not entirely sure. It seems to be a bit kinder, but they haven't really done the research on that. So I've got a beautiful ranunculus. They come from a corm, which is kind of like a bulb. Having trouble focusing. So pretty. Come in all sorts of colours. They remind me of poppies with the foliage and what they are. They kind of look like a huge carrot, don't they? But I will have the corm at the end of the season, so it was only $7. I thought that'll do. And I've been wanting to get the corms for a while, but at least I know it's a healthy plant and I know the colour. And another little strawberry because they were cheaper, $4.95 instead of $7.95. Depends what variety, so watch the label wherever you are really. But this is another one that has pink flowers. It just says pink. This particular one is the one that had heaps of strawberries on it in winter, but you know, could have just been the conditions at my place. I don't know, I can't speak for that, but that's my experience. And so happy to get some of these. These are made in Australia. I was so excited. I'm really trying to buy things that are made in Australia. It's BPA free, food safe, all-purpose fishing, etc. 20 litres. They had them in 3 different places in the shop, and I was going to just settle for one that was about this high, an 11-litre one, because I thought, oh well, it's made in Australia, it's food safe. The others didn't say if they were food safe. The guy in the shop said they were, the ones that are home brand for that particular hardware store, and I couldn't see it anywhere on the label, and I thought, no. Then I found the smaller ones and they were at least made in Australia. Got to the counter, there were two of these, and the lids from the smaller ones fitted. So she said, yep, they're for sale, and I got one on special because they'd been storing umbrellas in it. She said, it's a bit scratched, is that okay? I'll mark it down to $10 instead of $15. And I thought, sure. I said, they'll only have compost in them anyway, but happy for a discount. So that was a bargain. So you can get Australian made food safe buckets that don't cost you $1 million. Still a lot of money for a bucket, but I know these seal really well. So hopefully that'll keep the little ratties out. And I have 2 more stages of compost. I've only got 1 at the moment. So I'm happy to get that going. But for now, the weather is a little crazy. We've got our pallets for our next project. I'll tell you about that later. And I've still got to pick up the sandpit cover for the kitties' sandpit and my leaf litter pile cover, which is from way over there, and the sandpit cover was from here. So I better secure those a bit better so that they don't just fly around all afternoon. And I might show you what I'm going to do inside today. My little tomato sprouts are jumping out of the ground. I don't think they have enough sunshine. You can see they're leaning and they're a little bit leggy already, so I might set up a fan which will keep the airflow going over the top of them and make them a little bit stronger and stouter. May not be too late for some of them. These ones are the Amish paste. These ones just came up this morning actually. Pineapple, just straight pineapple, not a pineapple stripe. A heritage one, and of course my little dwarf bok choy down here. And, oh yeah, these ones came up today as well. So tomatoes for the win, the green zebra. So they were planted on the 20th, and the others are barely coming up. And oh no, look, there's something else up. Oh, the snack pepper. That's early for a pepper or a capsicum kind of thing. So I'm happy about that. I was wondering if I'd squished the soil down too much or something. These are some more mandarin seeds from our friend's mandarin tree, and I've put them on here because they might be a little bit warm, and also this side has been drying out a lot faster. It could be because it's closest to the window. There's not a lot of light that comes in because that faces east, but we shall see. It's keeping the moisture in a little bit more. It's not completely dry there now because I've got my other seeds on top, and the plastic makes sure that the water doesn't evaporate as much. So that's a double win. I only put that on there yesterday, but it really seems to be helping. So I'll open up the curtains a little bit more for these guys, and I'll set up a fan and see what happens. And into the little warm bath, about body temperature or a bit less, to get a good old wash. I've actually used my own soap here. I used to make goat's milk soap for a tourist town near where we lived in Queensland, and yeah, that was a lot of fun in the little gift shop there. Got to know some people. But yes, so, oh goodness, look at the dirt coming out of there already. Yes, I'm just going to very gently squeeze this and maybe leave that in there for a little while because I need to go out soon. I'll give it a bit more of a squish, and we'll see you after this. Over to where I'm doing what's called hand picking, and it is what it is, just picking little burrs and funny little bits out of the fleece or the fibre, seeing as it's pretty sure it's alpaca from what I've been able to find online. Maybe Suri alpaca because it's got hardly any crimp in it, and the fibres are quite long. So I'm so happy I found this in an op shop or a thrift store. So I've seen people online get a piece of white paper here. I might just do that little trick. So if you put some white paper here, you can actually feel like you're achieving something because as soon as you do, you just shake it even a little, and you can see there's stuff falling out there. So take it away. Yeah, just even that little shake. There's a fair bit of dirt happening there, and I've already washed it. I don't think I washed it as well as I probably could have. Still little dirty bits on the end there. The water was pretty much rinsing clear, but yeah, I haven't got everything out, so I probably should wash this again. But I just wanted to get going and see how I went with it. Oh look, there's even more stuff there. So yeah, it's washed, but it's not really clean. But it's not especially dirty. I have found some prickles, and I don't know what this is in the field, but if you have a look, so that came out quite easily. If this goes in the other way, it's actually quite hard to remove, so it must have sort of like barbs on it. So if you try that way, it's okay, but if it goes in the other way and you try to pull it out from the other direction, it pulls a lot of the fleece with it. So yeah, just check your little prickles that you've got. Some of them might be really easy in one direction, so that's a little tip that I noticed. What I've been doing next is carding it, and I have no idea if you're supposed to do it this way, but it seems to work. I got these detangling brushes for kids, and they're really quite grippy when they're doing stuff. I originally thought of a dog brush, but they're kind of expensive these days. But I bought these for kids and haven't been using them, so not like they cost me a lot. But yeah, you're basically just pulling the fibres apart and detangling them, I guess. So I've just been doing that until it looks sort of all foofy like that. There's probably a little bit here, which I would comb again. So just put it back there, and I'm not a professional at this. I'm just feeling my way. I'm kind of one of those people who wouldn't mind a bit of help, but I'm also a person who rarely reads the instructions. Can you tell? Anyway, once you get it to that stage, and do your own research. I'm not, as I said, I'm just starting with this. you can get your drop spindle and start spinning. I did this last night. I have noticed when I'm really tired I can knit and crochet, but I can't spin as well because it's not muscle memory yet. So yeah, I had to put it down when I got really sleepy in front of YouTube last night. But that's not so bad. I'll do a little test thing. I mean, that's not twisted so well here, but that's not bad for a first go. And I won't show you now because it's, I don't know, it's hard to set up the camera, and I'll see once I'm a bit better at it. But it was easier than I thought it would be, which is strange. But I've watched a couple of videos, which I linked in my last video about this, and they were really good teachers. So I don't know, I thought I was just itching to get going. So I might ply these together with another one or two and get probably a fairly thick thread, or whatever it's called, ply. So there's my work so far on spinning. Probably won't dye this because it's such a pretty colour. We shall see. I'll keep you updated. That's an indoor activity which I might do today, or I might do a little bit of painting even. But I hope you're having fun in your garden and wherever you are. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.